guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the end of the year book survey, which was originally created by Jamie at the Perpetual page turner, and I first had Trina from Between Chapters do this. And I decided I wanted to do it as well because I really liked the questions. I liked how they weren't just what are your favorite books and your least favorite books of the year, but it was a more well-rounded survey, and it focused on maybe something that you didn't think was one of the best or worst, but you still really enjoyed it. So it definitely helps cover a lot more categories than just the best or worst. Let's go ahead and get into the survey now, shall we? Number of books you read this year. This year I read 52 books. So I read about a book a week. Number of rereads. I didn't reread a single book this year. Not a one. Genre you read the most from. Probably urban fantasy / fantasy. Number 1, the best book you read in 2015. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. Number 2, book you were excited about and thought you were going to love more, but you didn't. Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. The first book just did not do it for me. Most surprising, in a good way or a bad way, book you read. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I have seen this book at the bookstore many a times, and I just never picked it up. I never had any interest in this book. Cyborgs, space, sci-fi, not really my favorite genre to read, and I was so pleasantly surprised by this book. Number 4, book you pushed the most people to read, and they actually did. I don't know if I've actually pushed people to read it, but a book that I push a lot on my channel is The Poison Princess, which is the first book in the Arcana Chronicles by Cressley Cole. You've heard me talk about this book endless amounts of times. Number 5 is the best series you read in 2015, the best sequel of 2015, and the best series ender. For the best series I read in 2015, it's definitely the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Oh my god, where was this series from my life? Like, where was it? Where was I? I was in a hole. I was living in a hole. For the best sequel of Firefight by Sanderson, this was a fantastic sequel. As for the best series ender, Blood of Olympus by Riordan, because it's the only series ender that I read this year. Number 6, favorite new author you discovered in 2015. Sarah J. Maas. All of the Sarah J. Maas. Number 7, best book from a genre you don't typically read or was out of your comfort zone. I didn't really read anything that was really out of my comfort zone this year. Number 8, the most action-packed, thrilling, unput-downable book of the year. I chose to focus on the word unput-downable because I chose The One by Kira Cass. It took me 2 hours to get to and from Barnes & Noble to buy this book. And then I read it. I did not put it down. I just straight out read this book. I don't know what she puts in these books. It's like crack, I swear to God. Number 9, book you read in 2015 that you are most likely to reread next year. The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. Because I feel like I didn't connect with this book as much as I would have liked. Number 10, favorite cover of a book you read in 2015. My True Love Gave to Me, edited by Stephanie Perkins. Number 11, most memorable character of 2015, Mark Watney. Number 12, most beautifully written book in 2015. I chose The Sword of Summer by Riordan because I missed Rick's writing so much. He does such a great job of writing in first person. Number 13, the most thought-provoking or life-changing book of 2015. The Martian by Andy Weir for this one, because this book truly made me believe that there was a man at one point stranded on Mars. Number 14, book you can't believe you waited until 2015 to finally read. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. With a catch, because I didn't know the series existed until this year. I'd never heard of it, so I couldn't have read it sooner. Number 15, favorite passage or quote from a book you read, but really they did it because every human being has a basic instinct to help each other out. It might not seem that way sometimes, but it's true. If a hiker gets lost in the mountains, people will coordinate a search. If a train crashes, people will line up to give blood. If an earthquake levels a city, people all over the world will send emergency supplies. This is so fundamentally human that it's found in every culture without exception. Yes, there are assholes who just don't care, but they're massively outnumbered by the people who do. And because of that, I had billions of people on my side. Number 17, book that shocked you the most. Shadow Kiss by Richelle Mead. Oh my god. Number 18, OTP of the year.
You will go down with this ship. Throw my hands up and surrender.
My favorite OTP of the year is probably gonna have to be Kielena. I was really like sailing that ship hard. Number 19, favorite non-romantic relationship of the year. Oh my God, Selena and Rowan. Favorite book you read in 2015 from an author you've previously read. Firefight by Sanderson. Like I said, it was awesome. 21. Best book you read in 2015 that you read based solely on a recommendation from somebody else or peer pressure. Not a Drop to Drink by Minnie McGinnis, because I had heard Trina say this title's name about 500 billion times. Number 22. Newest fictional crush from a book you read. I really like Kale and Rowan, both from Throne of Glass. I really enjoyed Reese from A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I love The Bad Boys. I also really loved, speaking of Bad Boys, Caden from The Sweet Evil. 23. Best 2015 debut you read. An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, because it's the only 2015 debut that I read. Number 24. Best world building or most vivid setting you read this year. I really thought hard about this one. I'm gonna have to go with Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. But where the world starts and where you see it at the end of Fire are so vastly different. 25. Book that put a smile on your face or was the most fun to read. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Number 26. Book that made you cry or nearly cry in 2015. The only one I could think of for this one would be Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I didn't cry in this book, but I remember being very emotionally drained and being very overwhelmed with feelings. Number 27, Hidden Gem of the Year. Selection by Kira Cass. I went into this thinking not many nice things, and I was actually very surprised, and I consider this to be one of my favorite series of the year. Number 28, book that crushed your soul. Fire by Sarah J. Maas. See above. 29, most unique book you read in 2015. Meyer, the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. This was a weird book. It was weirdly written. It had a weird concept. It was like just weird, and I didn't really like its weirdness. The weirdness didn't match with my weirdness. Number 30, book that made you the most mad. Doesn't necessarily mean you didn't like it. Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. Number 1, your favorite book blog you discovered in 2015. I actually haven't read a single book blog, so I'm gonna have to denote this to channels. And I don't want to pick a favorite because I have so many people that I really enjoy watching and that I'm really appreciative to have found and to have befriended. Number 2, favorite review that you did in 2015. Dyer book rant. I am so proud of that one. I don't know why. It's kind of disorganized and a hot mess, but I really enjoy going back and watching that. Number 3, best discussion or non-review post you had done this year. For my favorite non-review video is my favorite Hunger Games moments video. I really liked that one. I hadn't done anything like that before, and I was really proud of how that came out. Number 4, best event that you participated in. I didn't participate in any events. Number 5, best moment of your booktube life in 2015. My favorite part so far has been all the interactions. I love when people leave me comments. It's not fun to post a video and have no interaction on it. Number 6, the most challenging thing about blogging or your reading life this year. Timeliness, which is not surprising because I'm not a timely person. Getting a video up in a reasonable amount of time from when I filmed it or finished reading the book is very difficult. I need to be better about filming things and getting them up in time with what's like happening. I need to be more in tune with the conversation immediately. Number 7, most popular video this year. My Sharp Objects review by Gillian Flynn, which like shocks me. I've done reviews and things on much more current releases, and those don't get nearly as many views as Sharp Objects. Number 8, a video you wished got a little bit more love. Any of my book rants. Number 9, best bookish discovery. Just young adult in general. I didn't know was a thing before BookTube. I had read the Ugly series and Hunger Games and Divergent, but I still hadn't yet to find the YA section. Apparently I'm an idiot. Number 10, did you complete any reading challenges or goals that you had set for yourself at the beginning of the year? Originally my Goodreads goal was to read 40 books, which I completed, so I upped it to 50, which I completed again up to 52, so I guess good job, Jordan. Just kidding, a really big goal I set for myself this year was to start a YouTube channel. Number 1, one book you didn't get to in 2015 but will be your number 1 priority in 2016. Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Number 2, book you are most anticipated for 2016 that's not a debut novel. Cressley Cole, when are you gonna give me the next Arcana Chronicles book? Like, what am I getting book for? I don't even have a release date. I don't have a title. I don't have anything. When am I gonna get it? Number 3, 2016 debut you are most anticipating. I don't know of any debut novels that are coming out this year. That's a problem. Number 4, a series ending or a sequel you are most anticipating in 2016. Definitely The Snow Like Ashes, book 3. I believe it's the final book. I cannot wait for that. Number 5, one thing you hope to accomplish or do in your booktube career in 2016. And I just want to be happy. That was the last question. I'm sorry this was so immensely long. It was a different way to look at your year in review as opposed to just numbers, statistics, best and worst. It was a bit more detailed. Well, it was a lot more detailed actually. It made me think more about my year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!